Hello everyone, this is Nick Nat Packer coming to you live from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And anyone who has seen my blogs before will know that it has been probably about a million years since I've done a blog. I want to say probably since about Vampire Diaries, well, episode 17, 18-ish. Probably in the spring. So I'm sorry if you were waiting with bated breath for my further video logs. I did have one made for season 3, episode 22. I mean, how can I not? I just never got around to posting it. Real life kind of interfered. I got out of the Navy, and well, first I got into kind of a major car accident, and then I had to recover from that, and then I had to deal with getting out of the Navy and moving out of Navy housing, and it's all kinds of craziness. So as you can tell by the background here, yes, I have moved to a new place. So, trying to get back into the swing of things. The other reason why I kind of stopped posting in the spring was because I kind of lost my Vampire Diaries enthusiasm after a little while. Things weren't kind of going the... Well, you know what? To be brutally honest, the episodes were getting boring. Like, I ain't frightfully boring. It wasn't until about episode 19. Well, yeah. The oh my god episode. And I'm not just saying because of the stuff that happened between Damon and Elena. I'm saying because things really didn't start picking up until about episode 19, and they kept going up as the episodes went on. And I know I should have posted something for episode 19 of me being a card-carrying member of that camp. I should have had about a million things to say, but like I said, real life just kind of got in the way, and I wasn't able really to get around to it. But I was cheering on the inside. This video log is going to be a two for one special. Tonight we're going to do Vampire Diaries season 4, episode 1, Growing Pains, and I'm going to do a video log on CW's newest premiere, Beauty and the Beast, series 1, episode 1, the pilot. The reason why I'm doing that one is because I have been, for many months, like going way back into the 80s, I was a very huge fan of the original Beauty and the Beast with Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman. Like I said, many moons ago, and this is probably dating me as we speak. So, you know, ever since I heard that they were producing this, I was kind of on the fence, along with probably a lot of the other old-timey fans, about how this was going to pan out. I mean, we had a lot of expectations, and when I saw the previews, I was kind of not holding out too much hope. It kind of, I wasn't sure about if the direction they were going in was the right one. I know that they said it was supposed to be loosely based on the 80s version, and I'll definitely say they were right about that. Extremely loosely based. But we will get to that. First, let us focus on Vampire Diaries season 4, episode 1. Well, for those of you who missed season 3, episode 22, although if you're fans, how could you? Elena is no longer in the human world. Oh my god! Elena is a vampire. Thank you, Meredith. So, Elena's injuries when she originally went to the hospital after she hit her head on that table were a lot worse than was led on. I think she had a hematoma of some sort, and she probably would have died. But Meredith chose to help her. And I'm not gonna do my raise the roof thing, because I'm gonna try to keep this blog as unbiased as possible. Even though I am in the Delana camp, I'm gonna keep my opinions on that out. I don't want to ruin anybody's Cheerios. But I will say that that's a major, major, major coup! When she said that in that hospital scene at the very end, I kind of, no, I knew, like 2.5 seconds after the words came out of her mouth, I knew that it was Damon's blood that she used. I mean, common sense, people. There was no other vampire's blood that she ever got her hands on, other than Damon's. Major coup! Oh, yeah. So, this is why, in my vlog, my previous, for season 3, episode 22, this was why I wasn't too overly pissed or upset that she channeled Stefan. No, not really, because the whole time that she was talking to Stefan on the phone, it was, I think she made the decision that she believed was right for her at that moment. Endgame? No. Not even close. And that kiss that they shared before she left with Matt, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But even those of you in the Stefan and Elena camp have to agree that every time I see them together, it's like all they're doing is going through the motions. And whatever they had before, it's just not there anymore. Even in this season premiere episode, just, well, so episode opens up, Elena, obviously the brothers managed to move her out of the morgue and back in her room. She wakes up in bed, she's been in and out of consciousness for hours, and she finally wakes up, and Stefan and Damon have an enviable task of explaining to her that while Matt did survive, thanks to Stefan, that Elena did not. And he wasn't able to save her. And he has to tell her that Meredith helped her by giving her vampire blood, so now she is in transition. And she has to make a choice to either feed or die. As Damon said, there is no door number 3. Stefan says that Bonnie is working on some sort of magic to try and reverse it or fix it, but Damon knows that that's a crock, and, well, I know Damon's right. Fans know that Damon's right. Anybody with half a brain knows Damon's right. But, you know, Stefan's Stefan, and he will be honorable to the grave. And because way back in season 2, at the end of season 2, you know, that whole Damon being so desperate that he made her drink his blood as insurance thing, and she told Stefan complaint she didn't want to be a vampire because she wanted to be able to grow old and have a family and have children and have a normal life. Yeah, because your life is so normal right at this point, right? Now she's not going to have that chance. The ironic thing about this is that even though Damon originally made the choice to force her to drink his blood to keep her alive because he couldn't bear the idea of her dying, he would gladly sacrifice anybody else's life in order to keep her human, because he knew, he didn't understand it then, but he understands it now. Because, and this is what I think is something that they have in common. I think that if Damon had had a real choice back then, when he was still human, if he had really understood what he was getting himself into, I don't think he would have taken Catherine's blood. Because I think he was so blinded by love, or what he believed was love, that he didn't realize what he was doing. And now he really, truly regrets that. We all know that if he had a choice, he would do anything in his power to become human again. As much as he might say to the contrary, oh no, I enjoy being a vampire, la-di-da, this is who I am, blah, blah, blah. in his heart of hearts, Damon would much rather be human again. He misses it each and every day, and he doesn't want Elena to go through what he's going through. So now Elena has to deal with all the sensorineural craziness, the sight and sound, and taste and touch, and everything going crazy, everything heightened, and the lights are too bright, and the sound is too loud, and the food is too nasty, disgusting. Apparently, the ability to digest human food takes a little time. Once I think her organs and her body parts are still trying to reassert themselves. She's got to get herself used to drinking blood first before she can go back to eating food. And really, she gets no nourishment from the food. It's just probably, like Stefan has said, it helps to keep down cravings. Damon is out. Damon's pretty much gunning for Matt because he blames Matt for getting Elena killed, when in reality it was Elena's decision. She was the one that told Stefan to rescue Matt, and it was her choice. And it really wasn't Matt's fault. It was Rebecca who planted her blind ass in the middle of the bridge, because she was so pissed off that Klaus was dead, and Klaus wasn't even dead. That was like so ridiculously worthless. It wasn't even worth her time to bother. And why is she constantly putting herself out for this man? He treats her like shit, and she keeps taking more. I don't know if she's just a glutton for punishment or just, insidiously lonely. But I gotta say, by the end of the episode, I never liked Rebecca to begin with. I just thought she was a complete cold-hearted shrew. Had like zero redeeming qualities, but in the episodes with her mother and her past experiences and seeing how much she loves her family and how much she loves Klaus and how loyal she is to him, and then finally to see her at the end of this episode reassert herself and realize, ironically enough, realize through, okay, I'm gonna say it, the strength of what and the depth of emotion between Elena and Stefan. What real love is, what friendship is. I'm not saying in love, okay? I will not go down that road. I'm just saying they have a love. The love, no. A love. And that's more than Rebecca's ever had. And I think she finally began to realize that what Klaus feels for her is not love in any way, shape, or form. He's using her. And could give a crap less what happens to her in the long run. All he cares about is Elena's blood and making his little hybrid army and doing whatever he has to do to make people obey him, because that's the only way he can feel validated. So now they have to help her transition, and while this is going on, apparently the town's local priest has grabbed together everyone else that's in the council, now that Alaric has pretty much outed everybody, and they've decided, the humans have decided to band together and go after all the vampires and everybody that's associated with the vampires. So they arrest Mayor Carol Lockwood, they arrest Caroline's mother. Caroline was supposed to leave town with Tyler, but when she thought Tyler was dead, she realized she felt like she had nowhere else to go. And when she found out what happened to Elena and Matt, she decided to stay at the hospital with Matt to make sure that he was okay. And because she genuinely felt like she didn't know where else to really go. And eventually they found her too. I think she went back to the house to get some things, and she tried to run, but they caught her at the front door. And fantastically enough, I don't know how they managed to do this, but they actually caught Rebecca. Because, just general staking of originals isn't supposed to work.